Hey guys, Clumsy here. Shaggy Clumsy, should I say? Looks like Twitch is trolling me again. How is everybody doing? Let's go into the world of Derail Valley here. There we go. Thank you for joining, everybody. We have Kamaste as the first one today. 5 minutes early. Imagine that. Followed by Patrick. And then Mr. Alex himself. How are you guys doing? Hey Scripps. Glad you made it today. And Wax, welcome back. How have you guys been? What have you been up to recently? You've been trucking? Checked out the new DLC? Volvo tuning pack? I decided to go with a something of a different game today. Usually we would go SnowRunner, but I think we wait for the patch and then we try again, so we keep it fresh. The upcoming patch for SnowRunner should add some steering wheel support, force feedback, a new map, so that would be exciting. But in the meantime, let's check this game out because I have been so enthralled with this. With all the mechanics and the difficulties and challenges. I made a YouTube series on this. If you haven't seen it yet, !YouTube. And we have some unfinished business from the last episode. So let's hope we can get some revenge today. Oh, it's a shop. Let's see what we can buy here. Thanks, Alex. Perfect train operations with no mistakes, exactly. That's what we are here for. Locomotive remote. We do have that already. This fancy guy right here. So if you are not familiar with this game, let me know and I'll happily share with you some of the unique traits. Currently there are 3 locos possible in the game. You start off with a shunter over here. Small but dependable. And then you buy licenses as you earn money. And eventually you unlock this beast, this steam train. I think they call it the Mikado in terms of the wheel, combination. I think they call it 282, was it? Is that because of the wheel arrangement? Well, I'm not an expert in trains, so you guys let me know. And then the most expensive license is for this guy. This is the newest loco with the latest release, latest update from this game. Derail Valley, Overhauled. Build 80? Yes, build number 80. And this is fresh, much bigger brother of the shunter. And it's much more powerful. I took a drive with this one. It was able to pull a huge amount of load with minimal effort. It is quite expensive to run though. The maintenance cost on this thing is tremendous, so only use it when you really are needing that much power. But for this stream, I think we will be focusing on the steam train because I found, well, we can try both of them just to compare and contrast, but I found that this guy, as powerful as it is not as exciting as operating a steam train. Initially, I hated it, this steam train, but it kind of grows on you after a while. 282 is Mikado. There you go. Thanks, Alex. And yes, you guys have to remind me again what the different horn combinations are when you're moving, when you're approaching a junction, or something like that. Moving forward, moving backward, I think those have their own equivalents. So this is originally a VR game, so you can imagine that all the things that you interact with are like realistically like holding something. Like even the maps, it's as if you're holding them, because everything was built with VR in mind, and it was just ported over for non-VR guys like me. So that's good. So right now we are, let me open the map here. World map. We are in Machine Factory and Town right there. Yes, we have all the trains available to us. that's good. And we can look for a job. So let's go and check out the machine factory. That's MF. That's the orange tab right there. So we just basically scroll through using the mouse wheel until we get to that page. So we get an idea of how this station looks like. Alright, so this is where we are. That's the, I think they call the roundhouse. That's a turntable. And those things are right here. That's what that diagram shows. So we go to the... Why are there two houses here? Can't remember what's the difference. Well, we'll check it out both. But I think this orange one is the job station. Yeah, the orange one. The other one, I'm not sure. Let's go and explore that. But that's what's cool about this stream, because everything is much more informal and we can explore, we can do a lot more stuff. It's more interactive while streaming. While recording an episode, it's more like straight to the point. What are you planning to do in this episode? The main objective, go to it, straight on, and it's done. So we save up on time. On the stream, we have more liberty to do more exploration and just enjoy the map. Now I'm trying to understand where we are. C2S. Okay, we are currently in station C. That one. So the jobs should be right here. And yes, yeah, that's why you can teleport, because it's with VR in mind. So not a lot of walking involved. You can still walk though if you want to be as immersive as possible, but at some point, there you go, station office. You'll have to teleport. Hey Silver, thanks for dropping by, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Thank you. Wish us luck. So there are a couple of different types of jobs here. Freight haul, logistical haul, and shunting mainly. Shunting is basically moving the cars from one platform to another within the same station. Freight haul is moving from station to station. And logistical haul is like a combination of the two. That's how the simplest way I could put it. Let's have a look at the fees. Yeah, even here, imagine super large buttons which you normally wouldn't put in a user interface in a game, but with VR would be much easier to actually click on that. So that's why it looks like that. Looks like we have some minimal maintenance fees. In terms of money, we do have a lot already. 346,000 at the moment. I've been doing some jobs, just enjoying the map. We do have some licenses that we haven't bought yet. I haven't found a need for them yet. So we still have something to build up to. Hazmat 2, 3, Military 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the military one is something I would want to unlock as well eventually. Maybe today we can do that. We'll see. So we have a couple of options here. Coal mine, that's unique, but that's pretty light. Oil well north. Yeah, nothing is heavy enough, but maybe we can start with that. So from machine factory to coal mine, that's starting from here. And coal mine is all the way there to the end. That's actually pretty interesting. I haven't done a job like that before. That might be a good warm-up. It's 28,000. Can we do something else aside from that? Now that might be a good warm-up. Delivering the excavators. Now there is a time involved. There is this trip bonus you see. There is no time limit, but there is a time bonus. So you don't get penalized for taking too long, but you do get rewarded for taking a shorter time. And for us, this one is 56 minutes. Now the timer starts as soon as you submit this. Don't drop it. So you submit it by feeding it into the job validator here. But we're not going to do that yet because there's a trick currently. Not sure if they're planning to change this eventually. That you can actually position yourself already, and as in couple the loco, get ready the train, so that by the time you validate the job, you just go straight through. So you don't have to like maneuver yourself with the timer starting yet. It's one of the tricks I've learned by playing this and looking at the comments. Also, one tip to determine how you find which is which. You see this job page that we have. It says deliver excavator, so I'm going to look visually. And this seems possible, but there are two options. So I'm not sure which is which. But if you look at the car details, the wagon details, there's actually the job number specified there. MFFH46. MFFH46. So that's exactly what it is. So we can match that not only based on appearance, but actual job number. And then the next step is to know which direction we should be headed. So you can see from the map, I'm facing south at the moment. That one I'm facing north. And probably if we're going to go to the coal mine, we want to face north. That way is probably the generic path. So I should plan to face north when I move the loco here. Should be facing north somehow. So there's going to be a bit of planning involved. Anyway, we'll see that. Hey, wise man. Yeah, it's been a while. What have you been up to? World's slowest slideshow. Oh man, dang it. That sucks. I guess we don't have transcode either today, huh? That would make sense. Not really, but it's the way it is. Okay, so we can use the steam train. We can start it off, but before we do, you can do a couple of checks. So there is no, like, you can't really climb stairs here, not yet. That's why you really have to teleport one way or another. But I think they are changing the terminology. Instead of teleport, they call it dash. You know, make it more realistic. You're dashing through the map. And from here, we can actually go up and check. So this is realistic. How much coal? What do you call this? Caboose? This thing at the back? Like the reservoir of coal and water. So you can check the coal levels. You can also check the water levels here. So everything is full. Everything looks good. This train is trip worthy. Lots of things here. I will get confused later on, so I will need your help. Alright. So we do have a shovel. We can open that. And the point is to load that with coal. 3 reloads should be enough to start with. We need a lighter as well. I like that twist. Sometimes it doesn't... It's random even when it lights up. The attention to detail I really like. Throw it in. I know you threw the whole lighter in, but not really, because magically the lighter is still here. Et voila. And of course we need a lot of water here. So we fill that up to the brim, and then we turn off the lever like that. And that would allow the temperature, well, putting coal in and closing the cover would allow the temperature to build up, which would heat up the water here, I imagine, which would convert it to steam, and that would increase the pressure we have over here. Science at work. Teleporting makes you nauseous. The tender. Which is the tender? This one at the back? Just like your lighter. Hey, Rebirth. I'm sure our smoker friends would like lighters like that. Let's release the brakes here. Completely stopped. Oh my goodness. That sucks. You would never fill the boiler completely full of water. So how much would it need to be at? That might be consistent with what this is saying. So there's actually a quick guide here. So it says the boiler, that's the injector. Close the injector when water meter is full. Okay, it does say here, what, 85%? 75 to 85% is the ideal level. Between 1/2 and 3/4. Okay. So let's put it around there. It makes sense. Flint would never break. I can imagine. So we have to face north. Do you guys remember where that was? I think it was in the C area. C section. Maybe that's a different C section. What's it? This one? It does this one. So let's compare the job overview. 46. Yes, that's the one. So they want us to minimize the dashing. We'll have to run all around though, but it's more immersive, that's for sure. B40. Okay, so we should be. It's a bit of a hassle. So we should actually be facing the other way, because right now our steam train is in 1P. 1P facing south, so that means we have to be facing north. And even if we go through all these, there is no way to just rotate, so we have to go through the turntable. Oh, that's going to be a hassle. Yeah, I think it was Sky. Last stream, he went on a subbing rampage. Super nice guy. Alright, so let's go with this one. So this is like the reverser. I think they call it the cutoff wheel, but depending on where you are, they call it the reverser. That determines the direction and the torque speed at which you go. That is the regulator, I think, which allows us to put some power in. That horn, right? It's just ghost here. So we'll have to stop there and turn that way to get into the turntable and turn around. This is one of the hardest things with this steam train though. Shunting. Because it's just so bulky. I heard something. That's good. Yes. Alright. Alright. That's perfect. So we should be moving to the left once we go back. But before that happens... Oh, minimize on the dashing. 2 long blasts when you release brakes and proceed. Okay, thank you. There we go. So that should allow us to get into the turntable and then we can turn ourselves 180. Man, the hassle it takes just to make a train go 180. Alright. Looks good. Go to the opposite side. Release the brakes. If you're going reverse, what is it? 3 blasts? And peek out like so. Oh, 3 short blasts when you reverse. 1 long blast when you stop. Oh wow. So many. Yar, Jack, 4 short blasts when you want donuts. I like the sound of that. And yes, there are keyboard shortcuts for all of these. But I think it would be nice as well to show you what I'm doing instead of just pressing buttons, so you know what's happening and what I'm manipulating with. Ah, and that's always the case. I stopped too early. 4 short blasts and jumping up and down when you want Jaffas. Speaking of Jaffas, when was the last time you had them? Have you ordered anything since then? Oh, that's so slow. Come on. Get some power in. I do have brakes. That's my bad. They deserve it. Bit morbid, but okay. So the guide I put here for myself is... I'm trying to be super careful because easily enough, if you go past Oh, in this case, it's not really that much of a problem, but sometimes depending on the turntable angle, there is no track here. So if you go past even just a little, you derail already as early as that in the trip. Disaster strikes. So I'm trying to be very, very careful about this. Okay, let's go with that. Stop there. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be smack in the middle, like so. And then we can use this guy to turn 180. It's in. How was the stream, by the way, Jack? And how was your trip last week? Need more. So for finer adjustments, I like going to the actual track like this because you can push it manually and you can see easier how aligned you are. Perfect. All right, that looks good. Let's get inside again. Should have blasted one horn. A bit late, but fine. Release the brakes. Off we go. Pressure has built. That means we have brakes released. Yarr! How are we doing, blah? Came up with any more fancy trailer combinations? Blew up many ships. Nice. Traffic jam free. Was Blah with you? Was he shooting at stuff again and doing barrel rolls non-stop? That's cool. Made a new truck. I saw the red thing. Is that the one? What did you change in it? Looked cool. Like couldn't determine the changes exactly. So we have to go all the way there because we turn right through here. He did it on purpose. Looks good. Start slowing down here. Loving the sounds of this game. So immersive. Let's use our remote here so we don't have to go down. Bloop. Yes, those sound effects come with the game. Bloop, bloop. Right, opposite direction. Oh, we took that. And now since we are moving forward, maybe that works. And we don't have any pressure built up anymore. Actually using up a lot of it. So we are actually having a bit of a hard time moving ourselves even without any car attached because the pressure is so low. That's something that we'll have to manage constantly as we proceed with the trip. It's a Scania chassis with the old Merc cabinet. Oh, so that's what it is. I see. 24 hours. A Frankenstein truck, basically, huh? Love the sound of those tracks as you go through them. Alright, so we are currently here at S. Need to turn right at the next junction as well. Guess that's that one. So I'll have to flick that over as early as now. That would allow us to go to section B. Let's go and refill that water a bit. Maybe fill it to that level. Hey Led, are you a part of the Frankenstein experiments Blah has been doing with the trucks and trailers? Don't let Rowan see that dirty train. I know, right? Okay, let's just coast here. I'll have to do some fast teleporting, guys. Close your eyes if you get dizzy, because I will have to adjust these. So we turn right here, but we turn left here so that we pass through in the middle. Yes, that works. Alright, good. Not a fan of your save editing. Too Frankenstein-y for you, huh? I like seeing the screenshots. Engine and transmission only. Let's put one more load in. Normally, how many people would be operating this train? 2? 3? For sure not only one, huh? Engineer and then fireman. Fireman, I guess, would be responsible for coal, for regulating the water, for looking at the left side. Would be nice if multiplayer was allowed here, huh? Cinnamon rolls. Yum. That's our load right there. So we go past here. Sounds very different, huh, sometimes. Like, I didn't expect a steam train to sound like this. Like the beginning, the chugging, I know, but this one, like the rolling sound, seems very different for me. But yeah, I don't know really almost anything about steam trains, so probably makes sense. Looks good. You can even change the level of tooting that goes on. Love it. Alright, so we turn left there, and then we turn right. That would lead us to B40. And imagine all of this work that we're doing. Imagine doing that after you validate. So that counts against your time already. Such a waste. So it's great that they allowed you to maneuver before taking the job. Alright, that looks good. Let's go and get some water in. Oh, this is the tricky part. How does it normally work? When you can't see how far away it is, I guess one person would go down and just manually signal the engineer how close he is to the cars there. Just apply a teeny weeny amount of brakes. Keep it just rolling very slowly. I love all the creaking sounds. It's just so immersive. And you guys said, if you want the music to be turned off so you can focus fully on the train sounds, okay? And then this speed, is that normally too fast speed? It's okay. In game, it's okay. I think anything around 5 kilometers per hour is okay, and I can verify that if I look at the vehicle and cargo percentage here. If this guy doesn't go down, that means I didn't damage it. That's a good speed. Okay, thank you. Alright, so from here we connect. And is there a rule on which one I use? Because I just use whichever is closest to me. And then I lock that in. That looks so cool, really. This is the #1 feature. Well, maybe not #1. It's one of the top features that I like and would like to have in Truck Sim. Actually connecting your hoses like that. And imagine doing this in VR, right? Right, so that connects the brake pressure. So if we go here, you should see that the train is putting in the pressure, pressurizing all the other cars there. So it takes some time to build up. And we are good. Alright. We're good here as well, so I think we are ready to take the job. Let me do just one final check. World map wise, indeed, we are facing north. That's good. Alright, good to go. So let's go invalidate the job and get on the road. Where are we? There. Let me port a little. So we feed this in. Perfect. So it says deliver excavators B40. It's not B40, it's B40. And O at the end means outbound. You have I for inbound and S for shunting and L for loading, unloading. Apparently those letters mean something. Although I think here the visuals are wrong because that's definitely a 0. Well, it looks like a 0. Maybe it's just the lettering they used, the font. Okay. Off we go. Now in other trains, there is a place where you can like plop this down. But in the steam train, I don't think so. So we'll have to go and do that ourselves. Okay. Position this. Full torque first. This is like... I watched the video from, what is his name? DJ Please? Or something. This is regarded like the gear. The gearbox in the car. This is first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, something like that. So initially this one makes you have the maximum torque but slowest speed, and then as we pick up some speed we'll move this along. Forgot the toot. Okay, let's go and feed maybe 2 loads in there as we are going to build up some speed. And we need that reservoir. How about the pressure? Alex, would you know the ideal pressure? What I've read from comments is like the ideal operating pressure is around 16 bars. Not sure if that's accurate though. So we have two long toots, is it? And off we go. Removing. Yes, we are. But this is a pretty light load, 100 tons. Even the shunter can actually carry this. But this is a good exercise for us. Looks like all of the cars are connected. That's good. It would vary by local. Ah, I see. Some used quite high pressures. I try to keep it as much as possible 18 if I can, but yeah, trying to balance it as well. Slow down here a bit. Hey Steve, welcome back. Thought you might have to run after it for a moment. Yes. Thank goodness for dash. For dashing. Otherwise I would be chasing after the train all throughout. Alright, let's pick up some speed here. This train looks so good though. I like especially those ones. So I like peeking out over here and just seeing those wheels turn. Those gears just looks so good. I think we can start speeding up here. So this one is saying speed limit is 10, that's 100, and it's downhill. So we can actually go to idle here and just let gravity do its work for us. I think at this point shouldn't be a problem to just max it out maybe? Yeah, after all we're not really carrying something that heavy. That bell I think signals that my coal has run out. But then again, I don't need much coal yet since pressure is pretty high still. And right now I'm not really applying any power at all, I'm just coasting. I also like to study the map because I think I need to slow down a little. We are approaching a junction. I'm expecting we would be limited to around 50 kilometers per hour there, or even lower. 3 notches. Exactly. Go to 50. Let's play it safe. And then let's start releasing the brakes so we don't slow down that bad. Sounds are actually pretty realistic. Oh, that's good to hear. How about for like junctions like this, Alex? Do you have to toot your horn normally? Is this equivalent to like a level crossing tooting? Downhill again. Speed limit is 50. Let's apply 1 level of brakes there, 1 notch. That will act like the retarder, I guess. Slow our descent down. From there, yeah, we are approaching a very tight hairpin, if you see from the upper left where we are. So I will keep the speed and not even put any power at all at the moment. I'm expecting we'll need to slow down very soon. We'll need to blow the whistle. Oh, that's too bad. I don't think there are any level crossings. Maybe. Now I'm applying a bit of speed here, a bit of power. 2 notches. Because I saw we're going uphill. Okay. I think we need to make sure that we are heading the right track here. And how is it normally with the signals? Like, I doubt each driver would have to manually change the signal on his own. Is that the thing? I guess there should be like people responsible for moving the right lever to a point. Oh crap. Oh no. I'm kind of oversped there. But I think we're still good. Present day, all the signals are controlled remotely from the railroad headquarters. That is... yeah, that's something I would like. Like, just being able to manipulate the signals from the map like this, so that you won't have to worry about what signal direction is coming up, so you can focus on the train. It would be very helpful, huh? That might be too full. The game currently doesn't punish you for that. What's the side effect of having that full? Do you risk it blowing up? Or is that more when there's not enough fuel? Later on, if we get to a more stable level, we'll try and get a nice photo. A little bit of float here. The head-end brakeman will change the switch if needed. Head-end brakeman, is that a guy who is in a train? Or he's like he's manning that area? Looks so cool. means water is pushed into the cylinders. The steam. Ah, I see. Yikes. Sounds bad. Let's try not to replicate it. So in terms of the map, looks like we should be headed into a fairly straight path, so it should be safe to accelerate here. Although, I think I'll need some temperature going. There we go. Let's move that up more. Head and brakeman would be riding on the train. Ah, I see. So in the olden days, they would really have to slow down on each of these junctions. Such a waste of time though, huh? Losing all that momentum. Seven. Oh, that's fine. Little collection of valves on the left of the throttle. This one, it does like releasing the steam, releasing the water, putting out the fires. I don't think you use it normally, but like after the trip you can do that, release the steam and everything. Looks perfect. That's a sharp turn. Only thing is you would have to constantly peek out here on this train, because otherwise an option would be to stay here, sit down and stay there. But this makes me feel a bit claustrophobic, you know, like you are like in a moving jail cell because of how limited you can see. I guess in real life even the engineers would be peeking out like so. Gives better visuals. Oh, look at that beautiful scenery right there. Yeah, it looks like we are a bit too high on the pressure. I think there is a fail-safe, like a steam release pressure thingy, so it doesn't really explode. Yeah, that sound releases the extra steam. And I forgot to really chug along and now we're losing momentum. My bad. But at least we'll be able to get rid of this extra pressure that we have. And it won't go to waste. Not as much. Stoker valves. Oh! Wow. Feed coal to the fire automatically. That's interesting. So where there would be like a connection between this and this? I don't know the terms. Hey, T-Tech. Technological advancements are in place. An auger. Ah, I see. The tender and engine. Oh, that would be cool, huh? If they can add that, like as an upgrade maybe. Like maybe a different level, a different steam train later on, which actually has that auger. So you don't have to shovel things yourself manually. Here, guys. There we go. I love the sound of the train as it builds up speed. Gets some momentum going. It's not 50 I'm seeing. Slow down then. This is cool. I'm just so paranoid to get out of the train and take some pictures as much as I would want to, because it's pretty scary leaving this train on its own even for a few seconds. Hey Hud, glad to see you here, man. Even with classes, thanks for dropping by. How are things going? Yesterday was the first day of going out of the circuit breaker, right? Personally, I didn't really go out of the house yet. If I don't really have a need to do it, I would rather stay here. Thanks for joining Discord, by the way. What I am not really familiar with is how to know when you can switch gears. Right now I'm just playing that by ear, but I guess there should be like some kind of indicator, like depending on the sound, the chugging, like how it is in a car when you have your engine roaring. Then that's a clear sign that it would be wise to shift gears already. And I can imagine there is something along those lines to indicate that you can actually try and pick up some more speed and no need for that intense torque you have. What I'm using at the moment is the chugging. If the chugging sound lessens and I still have max torque, then I start shifting up. Sorry for keeping on using the car mechanics, it's just more relatable to me. Like this chugging, if I keep it at this level, eventually the chugging goes faster and goes weaker. And I think maybe that would be a sign that I can actually pull back on the cutoff wheel like that. Maybe. How's the map looking like? We have a fair bit of stretch there, not much though, so I don't think I want to get that much momentum going in. Cutoff wheel positions should be tied to the engine speed. What is the engine speed? Like the revs equivalent? No, unfortunately not. I think the map is all fictional. I'm loving the views though. Just driving through these scenic locations with the train is something of an experience. That's on top of actually working with all these levers. If you try to use full cut-off at high speed, the engine would tear itself apart. So full cut-off meaning full forward or full backward when you're at a fast speed. That would be like going first gear when you have a very high speed going. Yeah, that makes sense. And yes, I guess those damage elements aren't modeled in here, but I'm sure the effectiveness of the train, how fast it goes and how responsive it is, would react very well with that. So that is a good guideline to follow. Full forward, full backward. It simply controls the amount of steam entering the cylinders. Ah, is that what it is? I see. So when you have full cut off, you are putting all the steam. You're pushing all the steam. Hey Normal Jeans, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are doing missions. Well, one mission. We are carrying excavators to the coal mine. Why am I hearing a bit of risky sounds outside? Oh, a couple of terrain issues. Thankfully they are not really physical and more imagined. So we're making our way from the machine factory to the coal mine. We are around 1/4 of the way through. Let's load some more coal in. But yeah, it's not really a heavy load, it's only 100 tons. So from the steam point of view, it's almost like nothing. So it's not that critical for the perfect balance between the different levers that we have. It's a bit more forgiving. It's a good way to warm up and get used to the mechanics. So at high speed you don't need all the steam, you have momentum. That's a great way of thinking about it. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. It's like now we have a lot of momentum. Seven, and it's downhill. So let's maybe apply one notch of train brakes here, so we don't just ram through this junction or ram through this bend. And there is a junction coming up ahead. Not that we could turn, but I expect we'll need to slow down at some point. Yeah, exactly. Going to 50. Can you guys see what that says? That's too small, yeah, still. That says 6. It's tricky. There you go. I'm also not yet very familiar of when to use the train and the independent brakes. Normally I just use the train brakes all throughout. It's less reactive, but it is very powerful once it sets in. The independent brakes, I'm very paranoid because it only stops the loco itself. And I always have this fear of the loco getting smashed by the cars behind it. So I try not to use it as much as possible. My imagination is scaring me. So let's do a job here, and then later we'll try to do a job. If we do this successfully, we'll try to do a job. Oh crap. Slow down. Try to do a job with the DE6, the big diesel train. I think that's a diesel train. Diesel electric train maybe? Not so sure. But yeah, and we can contrast how each of these trains feel like. They are worlds apart in terms of experience. So it's nice to mix and match between them. Pressure coming back up means brakes are getting released. Now we are passing through a town here. Now this is the tricky part. This is what I hate. This is why I want the ability to set the signals in advance so that I can just breeze through. It's right now I have to worry where we are getting led by that spot there. Yes, you'll need to shovel in coal. Right now we don't need it because we have enough power, we have enough pressure. But once we put in some power and we lose some pressure, we'll need to shove in some coal again to build up the steam. It's a very interesting process. Takes a bit of getting used to. I have to be honest, I haven't quite gotten used to it perfectly yet. Yeah, there it is. Slowing down bit by bit. There's the junction up ahead. Not sure where that goes, so let's see for ourselves. This is how I do it. Yeah, either way. Oh crap, 30 speed limit. Slow down, slow down. Oh no! Please don't derail. It's not over till it's over. Oh crap, where are we going now? I am. Very much so. Maybe that one works. Normally, I guess this isn't the ideal spot at which we go through. But as long as there's no train in front of us, I'm perfectly happy with it. How about here, Alex? When you're entering a station like this, passing through, do you need to like do anything? Need all the steam we can get here. Okay, here we go. Loading up on some fuel, some coal. Yeah, this game is really so addicting because it gets you so involved. Your mind is just working non-stop, and it's such a fulfilling experience seeing the train moving fast, building momentum and traveling and seeing all those nice sights. It's a combination of all those stuff. Super cool. You wouldn't blow the whistle until you stopped. Okay, that's good. That's one less thing I have to worry about then. Thank you. Moderate gameplay still managed to make me relaxing. I try until we derail and then I rage quit, I guess. Trains! Finally! Yes, Scotsman. Right in your wheelhouse, finally. It actually surprised me that you're not into this game. But yeah, maybe it's not as realistic, since you know a lot about them. So I am very happy with this though. With my basic knowledge of trains, this ticks all the boxes. Looks like we have some slopes up ahead. Let's put in 2 loads here. Get ready to build up speed. Full torque maybe is needed. Let's go get the blower on. Is this the blower? I think so. So that the temperature can go up faster. There you go, just to get a bit of heads up there. Right, and then let's load up on water. It's not expensive. I think it's around 18 SGD. It's not a AAA level game for sure. It's more an indie level. So it's very affordable compared to the other ones. Because it is still in early access. But yeah, the point at which where they have gone already, it's so amazing. I remember playing this game before when it first released. It was okay, but I wasn't so impressed. Now though, I'm completely hooked. Completely different picture now. Let's load one more here. Three? The heck? Okay, fine. Why? Ah, yeah. There are sharp bends there. Yes, you do. So there's a reservoir at the back. Sorry, I forgot the name again. Alex, you told me about it. Slipped my mind. This thing at the back holds all the coal and water, right? You can check the levels. I'll show you later if you get to a fairly smooth path. So you do run out of water if you don't keep a watch on it. That actually happened to me already. Almost didn't get to finish the job, but managed to get to the station just as I ran out. Tender, there we go, tender. Thank you. I call it caboose because there's a C at the registration number, and I didn't know what it meant, so I just found the C that has like a it's related to train terminology, and that's what stuck with me. What's a caboose anyway? Don't even know what it is. Yeah, that's true. $18 is like a DLC. Yikes, another slope. Let's get some more in there. Thank goodness we're not carrying something heavy. Caboose is the little car at the back of the train. Isn't this a little car at the back of a train? Open to interpretation. Probably not. Oh, losing a bit of momentum here. At the back of all the cars. Ah, okay, I see. And what does it do? Is it like a viewing deck? Oh my goodness, look at those views. If only the textures were low res in some of the spots. Lots of tricky mountain passes here, huh? Reminds me of Chihuahua. We should be moving to the left. Let's just check on the signal. Oh crap! Hurry! Almost missed that one. Alright, made it just in time. It goes caboose. Makes all the sense in the world. Conan. Yeah. Not as relaxing as you could imagine. Speaking of Conan, as I was going through the images, like the loading images for the stream, you know, when the stream is about to start, I saw the Conan loading screen. I wanted to delete it. Brings back nightmares. How was Amsterdam? How is? He's still there. Never left. Just look very hilly. Let's load up one more here. Thank goodness for the hotkeys for this door. Normally you would like have to use the mouse, do that, open, get the shovel, put one in, close it up. It's just so much more like step by step. And when you put it on top of everything else, it becomes a disaster really quickly. So where are we going now? Oh, looks like we have to... We can actually turn right. That's, I think, a path I've never gone to before. Amsterdam was good. It's always good. Oops, filled it again. Okay, there we go. Finally, a bit of relief. So we can probably turn right for a different experience, although lots of bends there, so we can't really pick up speed. I think it might be better if we just continue this path. So if we look at the map, we can turn right there, but that's going to be very tricky. If we just go through here all throughout, we're picking up speed here. Stop. I heard that building up sound and I got scared. One more notch of brakes. Alright, that looks good. So I'm not going to change the signal. Wherever we go, that's where we go. Only one at the moment, unfortunately, but man, is it a joy to use. Turn left. Yes, let's do that. Don't want to go there. Makes us go slow. And that's uphill. So that's a no-go. There you go. That's what I'm saying. As the chugging gets weaker, I guess that means I can speed up, gear up. Is that 4? No, that's 9. Okay, good. Going to keep it at this level. Right, HUD. Have a good one, man. Alternate weeks where you go to school and learn from home. Ah, nice. Awesome. Well, enjoy. I'm sure you missed school. It has been a while, huh? Catch you next time, man. Thanks for dropping by. Train Sim 2020. Yeah, how is Train Sim 2020? From your, especially from Scotsman's view, which one do you like better? Train Sim World or Train Sim? Oh yes. Oh yes. The game has an amazing damage model. If you want, you can check exclamation point YouTube, my YouTube channel. The last video I released yesterday shows you a bit of a demo on what the damage model can be like. I wasn't sure what the speed limit was here. Can't remember. So let's play it safe and stick to 40. Oh, 60, okay. Let's load in a bit of coal, just maybe one load. Let's make it 2 to be on the safe side. Demo. Yes. Yes, that was all intentional. All intentional to check the game's features. If HUD saw that, I guess he would take back the relaxing part of his comment. Ah, yeah, that part I think is not yet implemented. The overpressure... No, the overpressure is safe because there's like a steam release thingy. I'm sure Alex would have a more technical term for it. But I think the like over water and underwater, I know, technical term set again, those I don't think are implemented yet. There you go, safety valve. That sounds much more realistic, much more believable than the steam release thingy. Imagine putting that in the manual. Don't worry, we have a steam release thingy. This is actually my first exposure to steam trains. This one in Derail Valley, so I have nothing to compare it against. But how does this compare to like some of the steam trains you've seen in some simulators? Like I guess Train Sim 2020 has a steam train in one of these DLCs. How does it compare? I'm super slow here now. Wow. 3 steam engines going boom because of overpressure. Do some models not have the steam the safety valve yet. Can pick up some speed here. I am panicking a bit, must be honest, guys. One sec, let's get our bearings because I lost my shovel. I'm not sure where it went. Oh, there it is. Okay. If the water gets low, the boiler will fail. All that water inside is then instantly turned to steam. Ah, I see. So that's why running low on water is dangerous. That explains it. Have photos of a diesel shunter. Exploding in the steelworks work. Yikes. Goodness. What caused it to explode? Engine malfunction? Good. Was more to do with what it was pulling than the train. Engine operation in this game is very simple compared to IRL. Okay, I'll check it later. It's not equivalent to like a 737, but put it on in front of a train. This is very simplistic, my goodness. I was losing my mind here when I first tried to drive it. So overwhelming. Maybe this was designed with single operator in place. Single ops procedures. Now where should we be going? To the left. Let me check ahead. We are going to the right. Yikes. No. Maybe let's take a photo here of the train. Would be a nice cinematic shot. I think I took the shot a bit later than ideal. Load up on coal. Because we are going uphill again. .737 cockpit would be a good comparison. Oh my goodness. And all that while this train is moving at this speed. And no autopilot. Losing a bit of momentum here. Stuff can always go wrong. 20 years ago, steelwork hauled lost its roof. Wow. Nothing wrong with the technique. So it was human error in the end. Coming out of the blast furnace with a tank full of molten steel. Yikes. Shunter jumped the track and the torpedo spun and emptied the steel over the wet ground. Yikes. IFR landings are easier in a train. That's true. Or maybe it depends. If you're carrying diesel and gasoline at your back. Where are we now? There should be another junction up ahead. Yeah, should be turning right. We are turning right. Okay, good. Let's coast through here as I study the station map. Yikes, uphill again. Let's maybe keep the momentum then. Alright, so the job would require us to deliver this to the coal mine B1I, Bravo 1 inbound. Wait a minute, that sounds scary. Okay, it's okay. Station map. Maybe not too hard. Exactly. Coal mine, coal mine. Coal mine is right next to this one. There you go. Bravo 1 inbound. So we keep to the right. Keep to the right as we enter from the north. And then once we go from the north, we turn left all the way. Okay. 80 there, that's fine. Hey Geek Squad! Yes, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Let's get 2 levels, 2 notches of brakes here. Feeling this will get very hairy. We are approaching, not really approaching the station yet, so we can get to pick up some speed. Alright. Have a good night, Jeans. Thanks for hanging out with us in the inputs. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good one. Man. Ooh. Oh, that's fine. 70 there is okay. Man, lots of explosions there, huh? Scary stuff. Yikes! Oh no. Oh no. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. Hang tight. We got lucky. Barely made it. Hang onto your pants. I hate those sudden moves. There we are. Slow down here. So we keep right. Oh crap. Slow down. And turn left all throughout, right? Wait a minute, that's not the right one. That's where we should be going, B3I. Why did we go through here? Maybe that was a different junction. Fine. Okay, well, let's reverse a bit. We overshot it just a tad, that's fine. But that's a trick I'm not so sure of yet. I'm not sure the transition between the dots, so sometimes I miss them, miss the counts. So I think that should be where we are. B4S. Is it? Let me verify just to double check. They fell off. Yikes. B1I, is that where we're going? Yes, okay. Alright. That looks good now. Where the heck is the train? There it is. Stop! Don't leave me. Alright. They didn't fall off. They didn't fall off. Not yet, at least. Alright. Let's do this right. I did change that already. So we turn right here. Let's go and check in front. I think I missed a spot. Yes, here. It should be turning left here. And that should land us where we want to. Oh, this is a nice shot. This might be the perfect time to take a photo on a bend with steam building up and with the train not going too fast. Be a very scenic shot. Only thing is, I cannot actually take a photo while pressing control. Dang it. Let's do one more here. I really wish for a photo mode here. Okay. Should be able to pick up some more speed there. Man, look at that, yeah. Looks so good. So for those who are familiar with train sim, because I'm starting to get interested in trains now, thanks to this game. How would you compare this to the train sims we have, Train Sim World and Train Sim 2020? What makes this better or worse than that? And would you recommend trying out Train Sim 2020? Or Train Sim World? Because we did try Train Sim World before. It was okay, but I was not so happy with it for some reason. Not sure how I can explain. That looks good. Let's leave that there because we'll still need to go and maneuver where the fix should be. The, how do you say? The garage in trucking terms. Go. Now where is the station? The office. Should be on our left. Right here. I must be reading the sign wrong. One sec. So we are here already. Is that enough space? That might not be enough space actually. That might not be recognized. I might need to go forward a bit more. But anyway, so north, south, okay. We go straight through. The office should be right here. Is it this one? It's this one. There we go. Train Sim World with a Steam logo. Oh. Oh, it did accept it. Oh, and we made it just in time, guys. 53 minutes. I'm actually surprised there. I thought we would get here faster. But then again, lots of other bumps. So in terms of the job report, the contract was only worth 28,000. But because we got the time bonus, that gets us 50% more. So ended up with 43,000 and we didn't damage anything. No environment, no damage on the trains. That's perfect. So now what we need to do is service our train and refill the coal and water. Let's see where that is. So we should be going straight. loop around maybe and just, yeah, so we can either go straight, reverse, and then pass through here. I think that's the easier thing where we are from. This is very pick up and play compared to Train Sim 2020, so not as simulation-y. Maybe that's why I'm not as overwhelmed, huh? GG, made it. Many more dials, gauges, and levers. I can imagine. I see. So this is more of a game still. And Train Sim is still as simulation as it can get. How about the physics in the physics department? So I'm trying to remember if it was possible to derail in Train Sim World. I think we tried it once. I can't remember if we were successful. Yep, I decoupled already. Decoupled when we dropped off. When we hopped off the first time. I would like to drive those though. It would be nice. I feel like most train sims focus on new maps and locos. Yeah. That's what I'm missing in Train Sim mainly. Is this the right one? Yes, that's the right one. The immersiveness factor, like the progression, the economy, things that keep it interesting aside from the just driving the trains. So this combination of what this game came up with is works really a lot for me. It keeps me hooked, like starting from the very beginning, having no money, making your way up, doing jobs, earning money, buying licenses, getting more access to trains. You know, that level, that certain concept of progression, that's something that I really enjoy. And that makes me more interested than just learning outright and just simulating driving different trains. I guess that's what got me hooked here. In addition to the physics and stuff. Might need to load up on coal one more time here. It's barely moving. Trains. Interesting name. Doesn't sound very simulation-y, huh? Yeah, I guess that's good. That's a good point. This is not overwhelmingly simulation-y. So you don't need to read the manual, or at least the manual is very simple, like this one. Only 18 pages for a steam train. Very simple considering comparing with real life. So you get less bogged down with the details and start enjoying more the... Oops, sorry. I was fighting against the brakes. No wonder it was sounding very weird. Hear all that squealing. Close. Where's our turn? That one, that junction right there. So this one goes to, no, even before that, because that should be, yeah, this one is where we fix ourselves, that terminal there. So we trace that back all the way through. Okay, we're still quite a ways off. That should be that one. Playing trains, it was more simulated than Train Sim. Oh, nice. So only the name does not feel very simulation-y. overshot a little. Go. How long does it usually take to know, like, how to drive a particular train? Is it like learning a new plane? All the different, how to say, quirks. What I also find interesting is, even with Train Sim rolled out with the new technology, high-tech stuff, Unreal Engine and all that stuff, many people are still playing Train Sim 2020. Is it because of the routes available? The routes and the trains available? Or is there like a different physics or some other different aspect? Because I think the Train Sim 2020 engine is very, how do you say, archaic, right? Very old school. It looks good. The tricky thing here is I'm not sure if our tender will be able to fit in. We might have to approach this in reverse. Yeah, I think so. Crap. Might have to reposition ourselves. So this one, did I just miss it? No, it's okay. So here is the actual loco where we have the wheels, the body, and the sand, which we didn't really use at all. So this only costs 141 spare change. But the tender, if we can make it reach that guy, let's try it. If we can make it reach this part, that's going to be the more expensive maintenance. I guess it would cost around, what, 5,000 more or less? Train wash, unfortunately does not exist here. Rust comes as part of the package. Last switch is right, yes. Okay, I think that works. Awesome. That does fit in. There you go. So here you can see the level of water. Oh yeah, and we can check it here. Remember someone was asking. So you can check the coal levels here. That has gone down. I think the highest is that point. And then the water has gone down as well. Check it there. Yeah, you can see it from the bar in there. And you can confirm that in the terminal, it's like less than half. Now this is a bit clunky. Does make it a bit hard to recover this once you are able to move it in the first place. Wouldn't want to close. There you go. Alright. So let's go and fill that up. How this is normally filled up? Pouring buckets inside? I guess there must be like hoses in here or something. I don't see an opening though. Maybe just a hose that is fed on the top there. Coal. Okay. And pull that up. So even here everything is VR. You hold on to the lever and pull it. And all that stuff. Okay, everything looks good. That's, oh, only 3,000. That's not bad at all. So we earned around 40k with around 3.5 of maintenance. Sounds like a good deal to me. Good deal. Usually a large pipe dumps water into the top, called the penstock. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, it's not very clean. Give it that. Oh, that looks very nice though, doesn't it? that alone can be the thumbnail already. Let's take that shot. There we go. Steam lines had tanks and chutes at higher points, open valve and refuel. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Hey Pokemon, glad you made it today. How are you? How was school? Oh, 640 tons to the steel mill. That seems promising. That's a lot heavier. And looks like there are two of them. You can actually haul two at the same time. It would be very heavy though. I don't think that's advisable, hauling 1,280 tons worth of coal. Yeah, I think we only take one. Either FH16 or FH92. And because I'm a fan of the Volvo, let's take the FH16 job. Let's see where this guy is. Let's look at that other station here. I bet it's there somewhere. Sorry, I'm going to teleport a bit. Make it faster. Alright, it must be one of these. This is the FH16. There you go. So we just go back here on... Which one is it? This one. So our train goes straight through and then it reverses through here to B30. And then, so that would make us face south here. That's fine because we can just loop around. We don't need the, we can just loop around. We don't need a turntable. There's actually no turntable here. So it's the tracks that loop around, which I like better, to be honest. Two engines, oh, that would be tricky because there is no way to control the other engine right now. Well, there would be a remote, but not for this train. Right, two front is also a thing, but in this game you'll have to like switch cabs to power each one separately. The brakes can be all the same. One train, one loco can control all the train brakes, but in terms of the throttle, you have to manage each one separately. Right, now that this guy is loaded up again, we can go ahead and load up on coal. Let's make that 3. Yeah, exactly. Co-op would be nice, multiplayer. Even working with a single train like this, it would be cool. Having one shovel and look at the left, you look at the right there. One would be running forward and managing the signals. That would be so cool. And yes, even more so if you have two locos. Power! You have to coordinate with each other. Hauling all those loads. I hope they have that in their pipeline, in their to-do list. I'm not sure though if they can manage a multiplayer thing. So I think from what I know, the developers are a very small team, so it's a bit indie. Not sure how much they can squeeze in. They do have a lot still planned. I think they have that shared somewhere, just can't remember where exactly. You would all end up on our signs exactly. Online school is up again. First meeting with the day is at 11:30. Ah, nice. So no face-to-face classes yet. Steam lines had tanks and chutes. Oh, I read that. Squirrel's video and Steam Train. Yeah, micromanaging. Apparently not really even a hair compared to how it should be in real life, but as it is, so much workload already. Entire train crew, coalman, driver, conductor. Face-to-face is next week. Ah, I see. HUD was just here. For him, it was this week face-to-face, next week online learning. That should be enough to get us moving. Forgot to toot, all those delayed toots. Man, that's a nice looking mountain though, isn't it? Beautiful. Even Mrs. Clumsy enjoys the sceneries here. When I'm playing, so I'm playing here and she's playing to my left usually, playing Animal Crossing, and she would look at my screen and she would say, wow, that looks amazing. So I'm driving a train across the map. Slow down a tad here. That would be our junction. So let's take a heavy load, and then later, hopefully in the steel mill, we have a diesel train, a DE6, to compare and contrast how this works, how differently it works, and how much easier it is from a workload point of view. It is so much more expensive to maintain though. Like this steam train is very low maintenance in this game at least. How is it in real life? I mean, coal and water, I guess that must not be so expensive. But I mean, the other parts, I'm sure that will require a lot, right? Let's put some water in. And we need some more coal. Alright, Jeans. Have a good one. Catch you next time, man. Thanks for being here. Steam locos were very expensive IRL. That's why diesels took over. Yeah, I guess it's a matter of game balance decision to make this cheap, because it does take so much work. And if it takes so much work and it's so expensive, people will just not use it anymore. So I guess for the sake of balancing the game, it makes sense to get something that is very manual, very tedious, but very cheap. So it gives, yeah, there is still a reason why you would drive it, not only for the sake of immersion or role playing. It's just something I really like. Game balance at the cost of a bit of realism. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Diesel locals were much more efficient, lower maintenance cost, but way more boring. Oh yeah, I would be perfectly in line with that statement. I'll show you later. The first time I drove a DE6, after I was spending a lot of time with this steam train, I was like, shouldn't I be doing something else? I'm sure there should be something else I should be doing. Apparently no, that was everything I needed to do. Okay. There we go. Steam is where the level at which we want it to be at. Steam is love. Steam is life, as the title says. How was the steam train in Train Sim, Scotsman? Have you driven it? I guess you have, huh? That is going at it a bit too fast. There you go. Might be a bit too slow now. Okay, need a little bit of a push. Maybe one push. Better safe than sorry though. I'd rather stop early than not stop at all. Which has happened to me the first time I drove a steam train. I was reversing this and smacked right into the car. And I immediately, for the first minute of taking the job, negated all my income already. The supposed revenue from that job. Oh, that creaking, my goodness, love it. There you go. Hopefully that wasn't too hard. Yeah, should be good. Just double check that this is the right job. FH16, perfect. Not a very long train, but a very heavy train. You have all the coal we need though. Is it possible to shovel from here? Put it in our train? Get a bit of tax. That. Attach, attach, release the valves. I love it. Okay, good. Let's go and get this job. What? Until your debt is reduced. I think there's a bug there. Because my fees wouldn't be that much. Yeah, look at that. Maybe it's in the line items. Don't really get it. It's a bit weird. Fine. Let's go and pay off everything from here. Happy now? There we go. So B30, is that the right one? Let me double check. B30, that's the right one indeed. Okay, let me just triple check that we have the right car here, at least the last one. 706, yeah, that's the first one on this list. Even the colors are aligned with the diagram. Good, off we go. Now we are going for something heavier, more heavy duty, 640 tons. This is something that a shunter wouldn't be able to manage normally. But the steam train is rated for 1,000 tons, so should be okay from its view. Where is my fire gone? Oh, that's intense. Let's go and light it up then. Did I mess it up somehow? 1 second. Do I have the blower or something? No, everything is good. Why would that turn itself off? Maybe it just ran out of coal. Okay, good. Off we go. Pressure is good. Start up. Out of fuel. Hola, hey bandit, it's been a while. How have you been? What have you been busy with recently? Lovely. And the cars fit the train perfectly with how dirty they are. We belong. Awesome. It's the best I could manage. A bit late, a bit short. No one's looking anyway. Somebody already leaked the Volvo tuning DLC. Like what, made a mod out of it? My goodness. Put it in modding sites? Doesn't sound good. Oh wow, look at that. They call this kind of mine again? I guess that wouldn't be green though normally, right? Oh, look at that! You can actually load up here. That's so cool. Does that really work? Not a good sound there. Something derailed. And I have no idea why. I guess I was too fast? Why? Was there a speed limit? No. It wasn't even 20 kilometers per hour. Maybe this is a tricky spot. Which one derailed? Clumsy train simulator, exactly what we're seeing right now. That, I think, is out. Yep. I think this guy is the culprit. Not sure why though. Yeah, we'll need a re-rail. Dang it, that's a bit of a hassle. Fine. So we can re-rail, we can see which one derailed by hovering over this. And that's the guy that's the problem, this one. It's weird. Is that the only one? Yeah, I think so. There we go. Pretty cheap, only 562, but oh, don't run away from me. Okay, that's fine. Let's connect that later. Can you reach? No, not really. Okay. Let's go and reverse a little. Ah, that's a bit of a hassle. Didn't know this spot here was so sensitive. Reverse a tad. Sorry guys, I'm going to do a lot of teleporting here so I can get on top of things. Oh, don't run away from me. Should I maybe stop the brakes, huh? Should I guess I could release the brakes here. If I open the valve at the end of this train, then that would lock everything in place. Because by releasing the air, that means I am losing the pressure, and that means I'm engaging the locks. So that means when I back into this, it shouldn't roll anymore. I think at least that's the theory. If that makes sense, you guys let me know. Nope, too clumsy for me. Cheating me already. Okay, I think that's the signal that I'm connected. Sorry guys, I'm going to teleport, so look far ahead so it's not dizzying. Don't look at the ground. Use your peripheral vision. Now where the heck is that? Is this guy? That should be in reach now. There you go. Awesome. And then the one at the back, I guess. Ah, this is where you load and unload. That is so cool. I guess it wouldn't animate yet, but that's a nice effort. Okay, this one is still connected. Interestingly enough. Valves are open. That's good. Over here, I guess everything is okay. So the only thing left for us to do would be to release the valve again in front, at the back of this train. There you go. So that the pressure won't disappear into nothingness. That should build back up the pressure right here, I think. Okay. Let's try that again, a bit slower this time. You can actually stay on top here like this as well. No! I thought I connected to everything already. Stop! This is why you check. No wonder I was weirded out by that. Normally the pressure should be way low once we just release the valve at the back. It should take some time. Is the game trolling with me? Maybe. Maybe it's just my own. This is... Okay, at least that one is connected already, supposedly. guess that will take some time. So I guess we can say goodbye to our time bonus. So apparently this is the worst turntable of them all. I would have assumed having this loop here would make things faster, but I think if we had a turntable in the first place, it would have been easier in the end. Look. Oh crap. Yeah. I hope that reaches. How do you even connect with this one? If that's bent. Rip time bonus, exactly. How the heck? If we release this, that should also release the brakes, I guess. I mean, that should also engage the brakes so it doesn't at least get pushed back. So what I can do is I can push backward like this. And then I can put the brakes on. Like so we don't get pushed back. Okay, there you go. That's as close as I can get. What the heck? Doesn't want to. Okay, that one works. Weird. So weird. Okay, fine. That is open. That is open. Good. Alright. Any other stragglers? Wish there was a handbrake on each car. Well, I guess the way you can do it is by working with the valves. You can enable the brakes that way, I guess. No point. Okay. That's a lot heavier. Pressure is okay. Let's observe up top how things are working. There we go, everything's moving again. Finally. But let's go and do this very slowly. Yeah, like stay at that speed. Where are we supposed to be going again? Steel mill? Yeah, steel mill. P3I. So in terms of routing, that would be... So we start from... Maybe that's too slow. So from there, make our way through steel mill. So we go make our way through here, past this junction, loop around, turn left here, down like so. Okay, that works. Good. Steam powered wheelie bombs. Oh my goodness. Please no. That might be more on up Blast Alley. Alright. I think we have gone past the weird stuff now. Everything looks to be more stable again, that's good. Let's go ahead and load up with some coals here. Mouse to work properly in Snow Runner. Not sure. I mean, it worked pretty fine, the mouse, for clicking stuff in the menu, but I didn't use it for driving. So I'm not sure if you were asking that. I do have a lot of licenses though. Well, we'll still do our best, but don't really need the money so much. But yeah, it will help. I'm also excited to buy the military license. so we can go and haul some tanks. Plow would save edit. Oh, that's true. He would, wouldn't he? Thanks. Looks like we need to load up on some coal here, because hill up ahead. Co-op snow runner. Oh yeah, that's what we've been doing the past few weeks. Super cool. And when the update hits, we'll do that again. For this week though, a little bit of train action to change it up. Monitoring that, it doesn't go. Yeah, SnowRunner is kind of pricey. AAA price. This is always challenging, the initial climb. It looks like I am losing pressure, so we can't push too much on the regulator. But I think the roads up ahead are leveling out. There are, yeah. Optimization has become a lot better since the beginning, but yeah, there are lag spikes just like that. Would be so great if they can get rid of that, but at the moment they have not optimized it up to that level yet. With you being so busy working with the train though, nowadays I don't even notice the lag anymore. My brain is too busy trying to keep the train going in the right direction. Ah, yes, I hate that. Your mouse keeps jumping around when you use a wheel. That usually happens to me when there's like a bit of input on the gas. Even if you let go of the pedal, it's still there. So try stepping on it lightly. Maybe that will reset it. Can we go with some draft? I think at 20 kilometers per hour we won't have much draft though. Here. Now this is heavy. Ned Flanders here from The Simpsons. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's the guy with the glasses, right? Tone it down a bit just so we can build up a bit of pressure and then we can catch back up. Oh, come on. Don't you die on me. Full torque. She's working now. Oh yeah. That precarious dance. Balancing all the coal, the water, the power. And the cutoff right here. a while ago, the first job we did, that was definitely warm-up. This would be no problem for the diesel, the big diesel loco, E6, but where would be the challenge in that? Okay, we are starting to build up on steam, that's good. Let's load up a bit more here. Alright, Wax, have a good night, man. Wish us luck, we'll need it. Will it be this speed the entire trip? Definitely no time bonus there. The steam loco would be more powerful than the diesel. That would make sense, huh? I wonder why they did that. Maybe they just wanted their diesel loco, their newest diesel loco, to be the most powerful train. I would have wanted, yeah, the steam train to be the most powerful. Hardest to maintain, but also hardest that can pull. Maybe it does. Because from the rating, it does say that they can both haul up to 1,000 tons. But from experience, the diesel can haul much faster, much easier, much more prolonged in an uphill like this, an incline. But maybe it's just I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not playing the balance right because I am a bit low on pressure. So if I maybe get the draft like so, and maybe load up on some more coal. That would increase the temperature, that would increase the pressure, hopefully, and that would allow me to build up on more speed. Okay, finally we're leveling off. Thanks, man. Enjoy Pokemon. Have a good one. Come on, get us through. The draft is not doing much because we're going slow. I think it's the blower that will do the trick. But then again, we're already pretty hot here in terms of temperature, so I don't think it will help much. Uphill again. No brakes, full torque. Bit more water in here. I'm hearing the chugging get a bit more. That's a reassuring sound. Pressure is building back up. That's a good sign. Push a bit more here. That might just take us home free. It's 600 tons, so it shouldn't be this heavy. But yeah, it depends on really on where the route you're taking. I took 1,000 plus tons one job ago, and it was super easy because there was no incline. Not much incline. But this case is completely different. Lower. There you go. We're slowing down again, guys. No! My goodness, this game. Oh no! 26 months! A wild J has appeared. Thanks, man. GG. No! This doesn't sound good. No, we're stopping. Might have to do something a bit more unorthodox here. Come on, push it. No. This looks familiar. I think this has happened to us a couple of times in Truck Sim, right? Get out and push. If you leave the water like 2 notches open. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. You can just leave it like that one. That's true. Okay, we're building up something again. No teleporting. There you go. Put some coal in. We're losing heat. Here we go. The sound of music. Oh, that's music to my ears. Finally, some momentum. Don't derail. Oh, hardest. That's a tall order. Alright, let's let the pressure build back up and just ride the slope here downhill. Alright, that's where we like it. Awesome. We are headed downhill and it looks like approaching a junction. Let's put 1 notch of brakes in. Make sure we control that descent. Are we on the descent profile? I guess those are not the terms we use. One more level here. Too hot. Let's keep that open. Is that a proper technique when you want to get rid of the heat so that your coal doesn't burn as fast? You open the door. Because right now we have so much steam. Reload for this. It's wee. Music to my ears. Okay. Oh crap. Yes. Oh crap, here we go. One sec. This is what I hate, doing this manually. Alright, get back there. Approaching hot. Can't even go in the train. Dang it. What? And now I've got left behind. One sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, we are within limits. Yeah, okay. It's fine. Keep the stuff there. Hey Brown, welcome to the stream. How are you? Ooh, 30. Come on, break it up. Okay, There's 30. Good. You would never open the fire door while underway. Whoops. What would happen? The engineer would get burnt to a crisp. It was too hot. Good to know for next time. There we go. Now we can speed up again. You would be pulling cool air into the firebox. Right. But if you want to cool it down, wouldn't that be the procedure, or shouldn't you be doing that in all cases? It's a bit hot. Oh, that sounds scary. Slow down. Slow down, dang it. There we go. Okay. Alright. Water is refilled. And now we can speed up again. Damaging the boiler. Ah, that will damage the boiler. Yeah, I'm also not sure. It says 50 that there's a junction, but afterwards, right after, there would be, it would differ. Sometimes it would jump to 30, sometimes it would jump to 80, depending on how sharp the junction was. I'm also not sure, but I just tried and approached them at 50 kilometers per hour. And I actually went through the wrong way here. Dang it. We should have gone to the right. And I think now we are at risk of derailing because I was not paying attention in front. So what's the plan now, guys? I think we're delivering this someplace else. Oh my goodness, such a disaster. We can go back all the way. Yeah, I think let's go back. Otherwise, we would need to go through the entire bit on the harbor. Because like here, if we just go straight, there's no way for us to turn right here. We'll have to go through all the way to the harbor and then loop around like that. If we just go back here, then we can turn right there. Yeah, detour is going to take too long. Man! Let's let the brake pressure come up again first. Get some coal in, we'll need it. Alright, let's do this. Recalculating. Exactly. That is level. Oh my goodness, that's an amazing view, isn't it? Let's take a shot right here. That one. Looks so good. Shovel some more in. How's our water doing, guys? Has anyone checked? Not It's okay. Ooh, that's a nice sight. I think that's the goods factory. Reversing noise of a truck. Could be a disaster. It would be too noisy for my ears. That's a good point. We need to go a bit slower. Around 20 I guess should be safe. I think on these parts around 60 kilometers is the limit. Maybe 30 is okay? Yeah, let's slow down like that. Yeah, 30, agree. Let's keep it 30 to be on the safe side. Man, we're a bit far off, huh? Oh crap. That is not the sound I like. To get hotter. Come on, build up. Losing pressure again. Page up and page down helps a lot, helps a ton. You can also change it, but you'll have to modify the preferences. I did a lot of modifying. Because I am left-handed, so the keys, the default keys don't work for me. Let's fill that up one more. How is it looking? Well, moving bit by bit. So like, have a look outside. If we were using the diesel, I could simply stay here and use the remote like this and control the train from here. It'd be so cool. But we're a bit old school today, so no access to all that fancy smanchy technology. Fill up. Keep it at around 800 degrees Celsius. Oh, that's hot, huh? Licenses wise, I have all the trains. I have Hazmat 1 and 2, I think. Or no, I think I only have Hazmat 1. But I have the long trains 1 and 2. And the concurrent one. Next I'm planning to buy is the military, so I can get access to more jobs. So we can enter the military bases. I think that's only 100k, so we should have enough in our wallet for it. Oh crap. Missed the beat. And now my steam is running away from me. That looks pretty unstable. Scared what will happen. This is so finicky. I wish there was a key to press so you would get inside your train. So it would be great if you could plan your signals ahead of time so you can avoid all of these hassles and focus on driving the train. My goodness, is that sight a beautiful one. You can just look at that the entire day. The way that train chugs along. So cool. Alright, Pokemon, have a good night. Have a good day. Same time zone. Enjoy. Cool. Let's keep the speed. A bit of blower action, heat up the coal or the firebox. Put in some more coal maybe. Yeah, it's a relatively new thing what Twitch implemented. When they implemented points, you can do some stuff with it. Unlock emotes, highlight messages. I think it's safe we stick with the speed. Actually, I can even tone down a little, I think. Because that bend up ahead looks pretty dangerous. This will also allow us to build up a bit of pressure. Yeah. That descent is now a hill. Yes. The fun stuff is now torturing us. Oh my goodness, look how fast that's disappearing the water. That is super hot. Not speed up too much, but let's not slow down to a halt either if possible. Death by hill. Yeah, that is an accurate description for the situation we are in. Good news is we're back to 16 bars. I don't think it will last long. Dang it. There we go, that's the sound I like. One notch down. One batch of coal up. Are we there yet? Getting there. Rolling. Come on, man, build that up. No brakes, that's good. Putting it at this level makes my pressure go down, so this notch is the limit I can afford. Calculate the service cost of each loco, or at least fuel cost, to see which would be the best loco for a job. That's good. Let me know when you find the formula. That would come in handy. Maybe someone has already come up with it though. That's actually an interesting point. You could go and look around in Discord if someone has come up with something already, or in the Steam guides. That is not a good sound, or lack thereof. There you go. What is causing that chugging sound? Is that somewhere, I don't know, inside this magic happening? Or is that something with the wheels? I guess that's something in the engine itself. As the steam gets into the cylinders or something? Yeah, the chugging. It's gonna do 100 jobs with each local and graph the data to figure out how to calculate it. Wow. Yeah, that's intense. That is the steam being exhausted from the cylinders. Ah, I see. So the faster the chugging, that means the cylinders are moving faster. That's why you're going faster as well. There should be 4 chugs per large wheel revolution. Oh yeah, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh wow, cool. Is that what you call the 4 strip? We're at the junction. Is this the junction we're looking for? Yes, I think so. Almost there, guys. Almost at the junction where we missed our turn. I'll have to take a look if we still have enough coal and water to last. We have a lot of coal. Water is almost... Oh, it's in a dangerous situation though. Crap. That might be deadly. We'll see how far we can get. What if we miss it again? I'm going to cry. What if we run out of water? I think that's more likely in this case. Run to a station house and pay the fees. Oh yeah, that's a good point, huh? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I'm not so scared now. Thank you. Getting a local sounds very very much a hassle for me. Too lazy. There it is, there's the switch. Just a little more, guys. Come on. There it is. Idle, just roll, and just a few. Oh come on, we're not going to reach it this way. The suspense is real. Come on, guys, don't leave me hanging. Okay, let me double check. I don't want to risk it. Oh, where are we falling forward? No. I think Bandit called it. Shouldn't have let go of that regulator. Don't roll forward. The fun is just... well, the fun is beginning. I blame Bandit. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's safe. Okay, you can stop now. Is it safe to move the reverser like this? Even while I'm still moving in reverse? Well, I guess that's why you call it the reverser. Not really. Whee! Let the fun begin! Alright. Awesome. Alright, from here, we just roll. Ah, finally. Okay. I think the worst is over. Well, for now. So that should make us go there. And then we'll loop around. Get one notch of brakes here. Let's not approach this too fast. That should be fine. Just like we planned it. Exactly. Yeah, that works. Level. Actually, maybe we can get let go a little. It's depending on what the next speed limit is. Actually, no need for brakes. Nice. And just let momentum take us wherever. Let's save up on water. Look at that, guys. Now this is amazing. Complete opposite of the hardcore chugging we've been doing a while ago. Slow down though. Need more brakes. So I'm expecting a surprise here after we cross this. Well, not really. Okay, that's good. And that's good. Yeah, same for me. Getting very scared with this fast approach. Paddles on your steering wheel broke. Now to race with the H shifter. That's much slower, huh? Perfect for a truck, but for racing? Yeah, G27, it's not being built anymore. The best you could do is a G29, I think. G920. Some more brakes in. still expensive, huh? Maybe it's because of this trying time. So I missed my turn again. No, it's fine, it's fine. Don't panic. We're not yet there. Because we are looping around first, and then that's where the junction is. Okay, good. Load up. Just one should be enough. Let's keep the speed, keep it safe. Everything looking good. Yep, all good. 90 here, that's good. Approaching a junction soon though. So let's go and... Well, I guess we don't really need to slow down. Just a tad maybe. Are we picking up speed? It seems like we are. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's pretty dangerous. Suddenly it's 40. G920 is 500. Oh yeah, that works. G920. It's great. Awesome. That works for us. And then uphill. Okay. Slowed up here. It's not enough. Oh, we apparently didn't need that much. Oops. It's just a short hill. Well, that would be a waste of water and coal. Yeah, like for instances like this, when I need to cool down the firebox, what would be my options? Am I just doomed? Because I put in too much coal. Well, I guess I could kill the fire, but I'm not sure if that's a wise thing to do. Put some water from tendering on the fire. Oh crap. Oh no! Okay, that's 40. Okay, so now where should we be going? Left. We should be going to the left. Oh dang it, I wasn't able to click it. I hate this. So now we have to go reverse again. Man! Well, at least now we'll have some use for all that steam. Thank goodness there's no time limit, huh? Alright. Push back here. We'll need more coal there. Using up steam quite a lot. There you go. Deja shushu woo. Okay, so we turn left there. Let me verify that this is indeed what we want to do. Yes, okay. Turn left, then okay, okay. One step at a time, we can do this. Where's the signal? The signal's on the other side. So I hated it. I think. Can't see it at least. Oh yeah, it was on the other side. Alright, and that is tricky. 30 kilometers per hour. Oi. Move. Thank you. How's the water? Take a bit. Stop. Alright. Oh, maybe not enough. Is it? I guess. Okay, good. Alright, now we go to the right spot. I guess, huh? People getting confused and lost all the time. Prehistoric days. Okay, there we go. Just keep it slow here. Get one notch of brakes in. We want to come too close to the speed. .30 kilometers seems like a very tricky junction, very sharp. There you go, okay. I feel safer now there. From here, we go straight and then we should turn right. Yeah, here we go again. Okay, that's more like it. And just coast here. So we're getting close. Put one notch in. Monitor the speed. Feels a bit ironic having to peek outside just to get a view of the speed from inside instead of doing this. But this is actually very good for the visuals. You can see better where you're going. And I try to avoid the trees just for role playing. The trees and the signages. Leave a dash for the win. looks proper enough. It's good. Right. Now we can speed up again. Awesome. And from here we coast because I see another junction up ahead. Let me go up ahead and check what we are getting ourselves in before we get in trouble again. 70, okay, that's good. Yeah, this one, 50. Then we should turn right. Okay, and then it's 50. Alright, alright. Good. Oh, that looks so cool though. Smashing. Slow down. I have 5 minutes, dang it. We will extend till we get there. We need to overcome this. Shouldn't be that long now, assuming we don't screw up anything else. But we'll see. It's a matter of pride. Good. So we should do another right. There's another junction up ahead. Let me double check. Okay. Yes, that is going right. Okay, good. There we go. Hey, V3D. How are you, man? Thank you for 5 months, 4 months straight. Amazing stuff. Thank you, Gigi. And glad you are enjoying this game as well. Absolutely loving this despite the rage quit moments. It is very fun. And so immersive. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to explore the other trains, but yeah, just trust me, this is the funnest train you can get in this game at the moment. So much stuff happening. There's a sharp turn coming up ahead. Let's just coast here. Gather some momentum. Any accidents today? Yes. Not that bad. We derailed a bit, but we were still inside the station, so it was only a couple of hundreds to fix it. So we're derailing, like I was only traveling 20 kilometers per hour, and one of the cars derailed. So weird. Well, I can go with that. Home stretch, guys. We can do this. Eek, 60. I wish there would be like speed limits, not only for the immediate bend, but for like the next bend after that, so you know if you're decelerating or not. Right now you have to look at the map and look at the stretches, and looks like based on this stretch you should be able to go full steam ahead. Based on the looks of it. Hit one load here. Yep, 120. So from here, what we could do is check out the job. B3I steel mill will be the first one. B3I coming from the northeast. Yeah, it's straight ahead and to the right. Slow down. I have a feeling sudden drop in speed will happen. Maybe not that sudden, so we can just coast here. You like the other locomotives in VR, this shovel always gets stuck on the edges of the firebox in the steam engine. Yeah, VR might be a different thing. I love the immersion though that this train brings. All the things you have to do just keeps you on your feet the entire time. Start slowing down here. We still have trains on our back. It's been a while since I checked. Maybe we lost it somewhere along the way. I wouldn't be that surprised if we did. I'm a bit too scared now of derailing. Not even coming close to the speed limits. Too cautious. The coal running out, it's fine. Still have a lot of pressure. I think it's best if we just coast here though. Our turn is coming up. I think it's best if I look up ahead and wait for a train there. This is 80, that's uphill, that might be dangerous. From here, it would be that split. I think we need to turn left here. No, that's actually where we need to go, to the right. Yes, okay. I have a bit of time. Let's go ahead and tackle that incline if I'm not too late. Yeah, just in time. Good. We are slowing down a bit. And I'm not sure why. Maybe that's good. So I don't just smash into wherever. B3I. Okay, left, right. That is turning right, that's good. Okay, so let's keep this pattern in. Turn right here. Turn left there. And then B3I would be left there and then right there. Perfect. Okay. That should land us directly into B3I. Awesome. So now let's just coast along. A few final turns. And we should be home free. I hope. We'll see. My goodness, this game. That's the one. B3 inbound. do have still cars at our backs. That's a good sign. Let's go and stretch here until the end. Make sure everything is in place. And I still love that look. Beautiful. Okay, slow down here. Awesome. I think that should be enough. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Alright. Let's turn this in. Get our money. No time bonus. Not even going to push on it. Oi! Oh, maybe we need to be fully stopped. B3I, right? Look at that. Elapsed time 74 minutes. Yikes. Did I go over it? Maybe I went too far in front. Let's do that just to be sure. Come on. Should be a few nudges back and we should be fine. Should be okay. All those squealing goodness. Great, perfect. Alright, I hope now there is no complaint. Let's see. Job. Yahoo! 23k. That was not worth it. What? No time bonus? Oi! Heavy damage? Where? Why? Well, that looks like we negated all our income and more with that job. Oh. Maybe the guy that we derailed. Look at that, 100% damaged. Well, that's unfair. It just derailed a tad there. I would put that as a bug. Let's spot that where that guy is. 653. Dang it. Where are you? This guy, look at that, yeah. Weird. Did I do something wrong with the labels or whatnot? No, it looks good. Oh well. Well, that kind of sucks. Only slightly fell off the track, yeah. I've been cheated by the game. We can blame it all we want. Well, there goes our income. That's the risk we have to take. Now you do have this oh dang it. That you do have this copay, but after you buy all the licenses, your copay really increases. I'm at 104,000 now, so that 34,000 is within my copay, so I actually need to pay the entire thing. So no income for us. We did reach 400k for a bit, but that's the end of it. And this one is the train itself. That's the loco and that's the tender. So that one I can service on my own, and I can save up on half the fees if I service that on my own. So I'll do that offline, but yeah, let's end it there. Job done is a job done. Even though one of the cars had no coal left in there. Anyway, thank you guys for staying with me. We went a bit over, sorry about that. Thanks for derailing, or almost derailing with me. Have a good one. Thanks for the training. Thanks for the inputs. Nice trivia. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks, Alex, for moderating as well. And thanks to everyone for hanging out. I'll catch you in 2 days. We'll most likely do a more thorough check on the Volvo tuning pack. And we'll see where we explore. Depends on what happens by then. Have a good one. Stay safe, guys. And clumsy training. Bye-bye.